Hey guys, I'm just making a birthday cake for my grandson who's 23, and you know, right now he's in love with Luigi and Mario, and he just loves the characters, Sonic, but he asked for a Luigi or Mario Land cake. It's so cute. Not only 3, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a tie-dye cake and some matching cupcakes to go with it. And I've already done a video on how to make tie-dye cupcakes, but I thought I would do another video showing how I make the tie-dye cake. I think I've posted pictures before on my blog for the princess cake, and I use princess colors, but I'm using the primary colors for this one because Mario is a lot of primary colors. First thing I did, I'm making 2 6-inch rounds for the base. It's just going to be a small cake because there's going to be a lot of cupcakes. I've greased it with shortening and then dusted it with flour. Normally I would also line the bottom with a piece of parchment. I ran out and I don't have time to go and get more before I do this, but this will be fine as long as it cools properly. It will come out and won't make a mess. So let's see, I also have to dye the blue. I have done the red, the orange, sorry, yeah, the red, the yellow, the green, and now I need the blue. So I'm just going to drop a couple drops of the AmeriColor Electric Blue, and I'm using a vanilla cake mix. I used French vanilla. We've had a lot of birthdays this month period, and I had a birthday party already today for my son who turned 12. So I am cheating and using a boxed cake mix. Just for the sake of time and ease and lack of mess. So anyways, I am making the blue. And hopefully that scraping doesn't come up too annoying on camera. Okay, so there we have the blue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my cake pans and start putting these in. And when I do it, what I do is I always go by the colors of the rainbow. So Roy G. Biv. So in this case, because it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo violet, I make purple. So it would be red, yellow, green, and blue. I'll do it in that order. And that's how we're going to do this. So let me just move these out of the way and make space for my, let me put them in order here. Green and blue. And I'm going to do the pans at the same time so they, I mean, it's not important that they come out the same, but that they kind of sort of come out the same. And I'm going to really just guess by the spoonful here. Actually, this spoon is a different size. I need a spoon that's, make sure your spoons are the same size if you're going to do it like this. Because if you don't, then they won't be even. And it's going to be tie-dye, it's going to bake through in marble, so it doesn't have to be necessarily absolutely even, but to give you a nice look, I like it to be somewhat even. So I'm going to dollop some in the middle here, and put another one here, and let that spread out a little bit. And I'll double check and see if I did post that princess cake one on my blog. I'm pretty sure I did. I think I used pink, yellow, blue, and white, and it came out really pretty. So now I'm going to take my yellow and be a little bit more careful, but again, it doesn't really matter all that much. And I'm going to put that right in the center of the red. And it's going to spread out. Now, if you hear kids running around, there is still somewhat of a party going on. My son has a few friends staying over, and it's the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, so they're going to be watching that. So there's still a little bit of a party going on downstairs, so hopefully they don't come up here screaming. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to continue this process all the way through until I've used all the batter. And it will spread out. I'm kind of helping it out a bit, but I'm not, you don't want to push into it too much, but just touching it lightly, not all the way through all the layers. And I'm going to keep going. Now blue. Oops. That's okay. That'll just make it interesting. If you watch my videos, you see very rarely do I fuss about little mistakes. Most mistakes can be fixed. A lot of mistakes like that one on a tie-dye cake don't necessarily matter. You're supposed to have fun with baking. You're supposed to experiment with baking. You're not supposed to be, you know, all uptight about it. No, no, no. I mean, like if I was doing a wedding cake, yeah, I think I'd be a little bit more uptight. But it's a fun kid's cake that's gonna get all marbly anyways, so it's fine. So as I said, we're gonna continue on spoonful by spoonful until we've used up all of the batter. And definitely, I will put some pictures at the end of the video of the cake after we sing happy birthday to my grandson and he blows out the candles, obviously, and we cut into the cake. I'll take some pictures of what it looks like and I will post them at the end of the video, just so you can get a see. And if I think of it and if it's possible, I will take video and just make it the end of this video, but we'll see what's happening tomorrow. Usually, you know, kids and people, so it gets a little crazy. Always fun, but a little crazy. Oh, again, plop. It's okay. I'm actually just gonna, after that's 2 layers now of all the colors, I'm just gonna help it spread out a bit. And I'm not vigorously shaking it, I was just giving it a little shake there. So again, keep going. Next color in the middle. This is gonna be a really bright cake. My goodness. I used all electric colors from Americolor. I used, actually no, that's a lie. I lied. The red is super red from Americolor, and the yellow, green, and blue are all electric colors. So I don't think there is an electric red. I think just super red is their deepest red. Whenever I do these cakes, I always think of like Willy Wonka. I don't know what it is. And if I get to the end of one bowl of color, maybe I didn't measure exact. If I'm making cupcakes, I'll reserve it for those and continue on with the cupcakes. If not, I will usually continue alternating with what I have left until I get to the end of the last color. Because what happens is when it bakes, it doesn't just bake up like this. It doesn't just bake up in a ring. The heat, I guess, pushes it and it kind of marbles a bit. So it comes up with quite a marbled effect, and it looks really cool. I will link in the information also the video for the tie-dye cupcakes, which is the same process, just less at a time. A little bit more time consuming because you're doing individual cupcakes. But they're always a hit. People love them. And when we did the princess ones, they were so pretty. It didn't necessarily look like tie-dye. It was just so pretty. And I did, I know there's a post for the zebra cake. When I was experimenting how to make the zebra cake, I alternated black and white dough, batter, dough, yeah, batter. And it looked like black and white rings, and like kind of like zebra print, both before and after it baked. Not We've almost finished the red. We're getting close to the end of the yellow. I think I actually measured a bit off. There's a lot more of the green than the other colors, but that's okay because what will happen is green will just be the last color that goes on. But I always shave off the top of the cake anyway, so who knows what's going to end up at the top. That's when I take off the top to make it flat and level. And that's the end of the blue too. Oh, that was a real mess. I think I'm just rushing a bit too much here. Okay, so we're going to put the last of the red on. That's what I have left. I'm going to kind of split it in half and split it between the two. So there's that one. And same with the yellow. I think I have enough to put a full spoonful on each for the yellow. So that's fine. Now the green. Yep, again the same. I have a whole spoonful of the green left. And now what's left of the blue? Not really anything. There we go. So, take off that edge there because I don't want that to burn. Okay. So there are those ready to go in the oven. Okay, so there's the tie-dye cakes out of the oven. And I have to admit, this batch does not look as pretty as the princess ones. But you'll see once it's cut into and you can see all the colors mixed together that it's really quite nice. So when we cut into the cake, as I said, I will definitely take pictures or video so you can see it. But there they are. They're going to cool off before I take them out of the pans. And that's it. I have the cupcakes in the oven and I will show you those when they're done. Okay, so I just cut into the cake and I just wanted to show you quickly how it looks now that it's baked before I put the icing on it. And I'll put another picture at the end of when we actually cut into the cake so you can see what it looks like. But that's how it looks after I cut it off the level of the cake. Okay, so there's the second one. So there they are, side by side. So you can see they both came out different, but they're both really colorful inside, even though they didn't look like it from the outside. It's okay, I'm taking video. I have to finish off my video that I'm making. Because I promised that I would show the inside of the cake when I was done.
I don't know what it feels like. It looks like it's going to be really sweet.
No.
Maybe just because of the colors.
Yeah, just the colors. So there's a tie-dye cake.
Mom, you're like right.
Go ahead, try to eat it, Alexander. I'm gonna take video of it first. And there's what's left of the cake, what's left of the cupcakes. Hey guys, I just want to show you the inside of the tie-dye cake. I'll have pictures up of the what the cake looked like when it was decorated. Sorry, we got into singing Happy Birthday and stuff, and I didn't stop to take pictures with this camera. I do have some pictures from other people that were there and from my cell phone, so I will definitely add some pictures at the end of how the cake looked. But you can see toads barely hanging on there, or mushroom or whatever, because we've cut into it, so now it's kind of off. But there was 3 bombs, and anyways, I'll put pictures. But that's what the tie-dye came out like, and I said I would show you, so there it is. So a little different than last year when we did the tie-dye cupcakes. But yeah, pretty cool. So everybody's really excited and we're enjoying the birthday party, so I'm going to get back to it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And please give me a big thumbs up if you found
found it useful and liked the video. And we will see you soon. So thanks for watching. Bye!